Good morning, fifth grade. I just wanted to go through Chapter 6, Lesson 3 real quick, kind of show you what you need to work on. Okay, so now that we've written the Constitution, Section 3 is going to talk a little bit about the Bill of Rights and why eventually that was added to the Constitution. So before you start reading, they give you here, this is the Great Seal of the United States. You might recognize it. It's on a lot of our monuments, and I believe it's even on our dollar bills and our money and our paper money. So you can see here we have the eagle. The eagle has a banner in their mouth. And the banner says "E pluribus unum." E pluribus unum means out of many one. So talking about how our country is many different states, but we are one united country. And then the eagle's also clutching an olive branch, which means peace, but it's also clutching a bunch of arrows, which represents war. So what they want you to start the lesson off with is drawing your own seal of what you would think would be a good symbol for a new country. It doesn't necessarily have to be an animal for our country, but it can be any country. So get creative with it. I would rather not look at 20-something drawings of eagles. Be creative. Think about our endangered animal projects. Maybe one of those could be the symbol for a new country. So have fun drawing with that. And then what you're going to read about in this lesson is about how once the Constitution was written, there were a lot of people in our country that were really concerned about it. And they thought that it gave the federal government too much power. And they thought like, oh, great, here we go again. We're going to have another revolution because we're going to be stuck with a king, just like when we were ruled by England. So you're going to read about why some people thought the Constitution was good for our country. And then you're also going to read about the concerns that a lot of people had. So what you're going to do for the first question is you're going to write whether you think these gentlemen are Federalists or Anti-Federalists. So to figure out what those are, you need to go ahead and read this first paragraph over here, and then you'll just write Federalist or Anti-Federalist. Okay, so you can also look at these quotes here, and that kind of gives you a big clue as well about what these gentlemen, how they felt about the Constitution. Okay, moving on, you're going to talk about, you're going to read about how the states had to ratify the Constitution in order for it to become our working government, and kind of the struggles that they went through to get the states to decide, yes, we're going to support this government. So if you look down here at the bottom of the page, you have a timeline of when each state ratified the Constitution, and you can see it took a while. It started out in 1787, and then it didn't complete until 1790. So you need to circle the date when enough states had ratified it, and to figure out how many had to ratify it, make sure you read this page. All right, for number 3, you have to look at this picture here and describe why you think the people are celebrating. All right, and then for number 4, this is an opinion question. You need to circle an amendment that you think is important and explain why. So this is the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments of our Constitution. So you need to circle one of these, and you can pick any of them, and explain why you think it's important. Completely up to you. Just make sure your explanation makes sense. All right, for number 5, draw a picture to illustrate one of the rights in the First Amendment. So make sure you go back over and look and see what is under the First Amendment. All right, for number 6, you need to answer why you think the Bill of Rights is so important. So as you'll read and you'll learn, a lot of states said we will not ratify the Constitution without a Bill of Rights. So why do you think they did that? Why was it so important to make sure that these certain things were protected? And then for number 7, you have to look at some posters, and it said that some of them support the Federalist point of view and some of them support the Anti-Federalists. And it asks you to describe what the poster might say. So if you aren't really sure what to write here, go back to the first page of the lesson and look at Alexander Hamilton and Patrick Henry. They will give you some ideas about what maybe a poster might say. So that's everything you guys need to do for Chapter 6, Lesson 3. Let me know if you have any questions, and then remember to take pictures of your work and submit it when you're done. You guys have been doing a great job with that. All right, I hope you have a great day.